Welcome to Around the House Quick Cuts. I'm your host, Magruder. Today, Tammy Dunseath she's an associate broker for RoMac's Premier Realty is joining us. She's one of the top realtors in all of Central Florida, and she's going to give us 5 quick tips on how to sell your home during the pandemic. This pandemic has been a long, drawn-out affair, and it's not ending no time soon. So if someone wants to sell their home, Tammy, how can they do it?
Well, the number one tip I would say would be making sure the online presence is fabulous. So whatever agent you hire, make sure that they have a vast array of online marketing for you. We're seeing a lot of people pick their houses online and want to see every nook and cranny in the house. So virtual tours, 3D tours, videos, multiple photos, even above the home and around the home are really important.
And those virtual tours are real popular. That gets that buyer from maybe New York or California interested, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. I have some buyers who actually buy homes sight unseen because they can actually see everything they want to see without having to expose themselves and go into the house.
All right. What's your next tip?
Well, my next tip would be to reduce contact points. It's just really actually good practice no matter what time of year it is or what's going on. But when you leave your house, to have it shown, have all the lights on so no one has to touch a light switch. Have doors open, like the closet doors. A lot of people want to see what the master closet looks like. So if all those touch points are already eliminated, you're eliminating that exposure. So it's pretty awesome.
And I guess tied along in there is cleanliness.
Absolutely, cleanliness is that's huge. That's huge no matter what's going on. Absolutely.
Especially now. What's your next tip?
Well, my next tip would be to make sure when a contract comes in or an offer for purchase comes in, that the pre-approvals are fresh. We used to be able to accept a pre-approval from a lender that's 30 days old. Now it has to be within days, maybe that day. It's because of furloughs and forbearances. Everything's changing, so making sure that pre-approval's fresh so you're guaranteed to have a qualified buyer.
And that's one thing that's going on in the real estate and building market right now. Mm-hmm. There's delays everywhere.
Absolutely.
Nothing's being done properly, so that tells you got to plan a little better.
Absolutely, and that's my next tip.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. So during the contract period, being flexible as a seller is important. We do have time frames that are needing to be met, but sometimes we can't meet those time frames because appraisers are backed up, surveyors are backed up, and so therefore just being a little bit more flexible and understanding during that contract period will help get a successful closing.
So if you're one of these people who are impatient and you think that it's going to happen on the 13th, you might be prepared. It could be the 24th happening.
Absolutely.
And there's no need throwing a temper tantrum about it.
No, just be understanding and patient because there's lots of good reasons for that.
I understand. And what's your final tip?
My final tip is don't wait. A lot of people are a little bit nervous and they want to wait to sell their home, but now is a great time to sell with low interest rates as a result of what's going on. And we have serious buyers out there. And the best part is we don't have any kind of lookers. We have serious buyers only, and the market is fabulous, surprisingly so, but it is fabulous.
Well, Tammy, a lot of people always think they want to get the absolute high in the market. They want to get the absolute highest price. And quite honestly, you need to get the best, fairest price at the time. I think right now you even have some people trying to overprice their homes, don't you?
Absolutely. They think because the inventory is low, they can price it higher. But since the last kind of issue with the market a few years ago, buyers are smart. Even with a low inventory, they're not going to overprice a home. And again, you have appraisals. You can't overprice it because it won't appraise. So that's important.
The other thing I think buyers and sellers need to understand, you don't know what's going to happen 6 months. Because
Right.
6 months ago, we wasn't really dealing with the pandemic. Mm-hmm. We may be dealing with this pandemic in 6 months, and maybe the economy turns differently. So I guess you need to react in real estate right now.
You do, and you just need to be smart and realistic, absolutely.
One last question. If someone wanted to list a home with you or buy a home through you, what does it take to get you on board?
You just give me a call. My number is 352-512-4419, or send me an email. My email is tammydunseath@gmail.com or tammydunseath@remax.net.
But Tammy Dunseath, you stay busy, got phone rings all the time. I'm glad we could pull you away for a few minutes.
I'm glad you invited me. That's awesome.
And ladies and gentlemen, these are great tips for a pandemic if you want to sell your home. Please join us next time for Around the House Quick Cuts. And if you want to see more great tips, go to aroundthehouse.tv. Until next time, we will see you around the house.